Hello, cousins and friends. Happy Halloween. So Jeff's doing a double header tonight. I figured I would come on quickly, do the deprogram, and then he's going on later. He's at a haunted house in Springfield, Missouri. Not a haunted house, but a haunted hotel. So then I'll go back live for that. That's at 12:30. So I have plenty of time to get this show done, and then kill some time before the haunted hotel edition comes on later. So without further ado, let's roll. So today it was supposed to rain at 4, and I don't think it did. But we did get the fence post fixed, but was not able to go to Mr. Karam's house. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. So I told him I'd go to his house and bring the garbage out to the front for the garbage trucks and pick it up. It's supposed to rain all day, so we can't do anything else. And then I'll hopefully come back Wednesday afternoon, and if not, Thursday, and get all the last couple things at his house done. I did get an email from another job cleaning up construction sites, so we'll see how this week goes. And here he is. It's a haunted I keep saying house, haunted hotel.
Well, hello and welcome. We are live from the Heartland tonight. We are in the most haunted hotel in the state of Missouri, allegedly. And we are in the city of Springfield. If you haven't been down to Springfield, Missouri, on the way in, it doesn't seem like it's much, but once you get here, the downtown, which I sort of am in, is very, very nice and
That's
very,
nice.
just nice. So, Springfield, Missouri, nice to be here, and we're here again in the most haunted hotel in Springfield. Let me see if my sound's working. My sound is working, so goody that is the case. Now it looks like I'm having maybe some Wi-Fi difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
So I might have to drop off the video if we get to that place, but we'll see. We'll see. So, how is everybody
Fantastic.
doing tonight? I should have turned that light
Happy
out.
Halloween, cousins.
But I don't think I'm going to worry about it.
And friends.
Yes, I am. I'm going to turn that light out behind me. Give me 1 second.
It's like the decor is like really old. The wallpaper is like really old and rustic looking. And creepy
That's a
looking.
much better viewing experience with that light off there in the back. So it's very nice that all of you have decided to join me on Halloween.
Of course.
And I'm here in the most haunted hotel in Missouri, allegedly. And I'm actually the only one here. Chainsaw Cat says much better because the folks that run the place, they don't stay here all night, and the guy that's gonna cook the breakfast and be the day guy, he's not coming in.
You're probably
till the
scared
morning,
to stay
so
overnight.
here we are in the most haunted hotel in Missouri, all by myself. It's interesting. So this ought to be a good time. This ought to be a fun time. This ought to be an interesting time. Not creepy at all. We are on.
That's what I said. Not creepy at all.
Local channel, and we are on the Flee the Watchtower channel. Flee the Watchtower, Evangelical Hour. We're on those channels as well because what we have to talk about tonight does have some relevance to those channels as well. So we're here on those channels. We're also, of course, on our Rockfin channel, our go-to, which which is Rockfin. So we got some stuff to talk about tonight. We've got some unindoctrinating to do, and actually, I've been unindoctrinating for at least 20 years. I've been unindoctrinating. Oh,
Nice.
good, because this says the name of the hotel, but it says it on my side, which is good because some people are crazy.
Well, I'm sure it'd be easy to Google
Nice little bit
the
of tea
haunted,
there.
the most haunted hotel in
We'll talk about the
Springfield,
hotel,
Missouri.
we'll talk about the paranormal aspects of the hotel and just aspects of the paranormal, but we'll do that tonight.
And they could look up the pictures of the room.
We're going to be back at 11:30 Central Time for the special paranormal type talk, and I brought the rods, so we'll be here for that.
Nice.
But this is your regular live from the heartland, and we are going to just have a regular deprogram here tonight. I think we'll be able to open the phone lines, and what I was saying was I've been deprogramming for at least 25 years. Let's say at least 20. No, I've been deprogramming for 25 years. Who is that guy in the shadows behind me? I've been deprogramming for at least 25 years. I've been unindoctrinating for at least 25 years. And if you do, because this room is reputed to be the most haunted room. Typically, it's a lady in this room. But the room right over here, there's a rocking chair that rocks all the time. So if you do see someone, and it is possible that you could, and we have allowed the tribalists, the Kabbalists, and of course we're mincing our words a little bit because we are on YouTube, but we've allowed those people to redefine our gods and goddesses as spooks, and we've allowed their domination of this holiday. So we are not going to allow them to do that anymore.
Hell no.
If you see something in the mirror, let me know. I mean, I don't know what that is in the mirror either. So that's kind of interesting. What is that in the mirror? There's not even a mirror back there, which is even more interesting. There's not a mirror back there.
It looked like a mirror to me.
I guess there is a mirror over there.
That's what I thought.
It's probably just a light. But yeah, this should be fun. This should be.
He was just looking over the one shoulder, that's why he couldn't see the mirror.
I'm enjoying it already, but I've been unindoctrinating for 25 years. And this deprogram that we're doing today caused me to unindoctrinate even more. And it's going to upset some of you, I think, but
Must be a real good one.
that's okay because that's kind of the business that I'm in, is upsetting people. We've got Nathan.
I love upsetting people,
Cifuentes
too.
here. We've got Mind Over Magic here. We have Anti-Cretan Truther here. We've got Nina here. Christy Daniels is with us. Bobby G is with us. Brandon Sullivan's with us. Ruby's with us. Ruby Tuesday. So Ruby's with us. And then we also have Sparkle Spider with us. That's good. Cruz Michael is here. Aaron Michael is here. Pablo is here. Pablo is here. Ace of Spades is here. Tracy Cooper Ryder. Nice to see Tracy Cooper Ryder here. Who else do we have? We've got Patricia is here with us. Wow, a lot of new faces. Matthew Garvin is here with us. Jason with the $20 tip.
A lot of new
Thank you
faces
so
indeed.
much, Jason. I appreciate it. Michael Musgrave is here. Wow, I'm very, very happy. Ben Brandt is also here. And over on the YouTube sides, we've got Freedom Dagger. We've got
right on.
You. We've got Steve Borg Resistance, Super Galactic, Chainsaw Cat. Who else is over here from this side of the house? Diggs BTW7 and Christy Daniels. I think Chainsaw Cat already said. And yeah, here we are. But this actual deprogram has caused me to further unindoctrinate. And somewhere Cynthia's saying, "Oh no, what's coming now?" Well, it's yeah, it's a challenge because this is a real challenge to one of my basic belief systems, one of my basic beliefs, I guess. And well, guess what? We get to lay it aside. I'm going to turn off the rock fin, but then I can't see the rock fin comments. Should I turn off the YouTube? I can't turn off the YouTube. We don't have the YouTube on. Let's turn off the rock fin for a while, see if that helps my bandwidth. It didn't initially, but we will see. I've got Bible Hub up. I'm going to need to keep Bible Hub up. And I've got my,
He's
my
freezing up a
Canva, which
bit.
I'm going to need, which is my deprogram. So I've got to keep that one up, folks. We're going to do our best. Might have to just drop off my picture, my video at some point, but I think right now we're still doing okay. So right now we're going to go ahead and go into our deprogram. And I'm telling you, man, it is a powerful, powerful one. And I mean to tell you, it's going to change your mind about some things, or at least give you some other things to think about. And of course, the question is, why is Jesus so damn feminine? You know he is, and it's not just this photo.
Dude
So
looks like a
many
lady.
representations out there. It's not a photo, of course, it's a painting. There's so many representations out there of Jesus as
Not a
super,
good look.
uber, duper feminine. And it always made me wonder. Well, Jeff, it was the painters
Super
that painted
duper
him
who
that
likes
way.
it in the pooper.
Yeah, it was the painters that painted him that way. Why did they paint him that way? They're being paid by the church. They're being paid by kings that are being paid by the church. They have to paint. They can't just come out and say anything about Jesus, but they can use their medium.
A lot of painters are
to
lighting their
deliver
loafers.
veiled messages. And I think they might
Maybe
have.
they wanted to make them look pretty.
Check this out, cousins. Check this out. Somehow, we've always known it. It's been in the back of our minds. And tonight, we bring it to the front of our minds. Jesus is feminine. I'm going to go back here into StreamYard for a second, and I'm going
Jesus
to
is a
shut
biatch.
down my camera. I'm going to turn my camera off. Stop camera. That way I will be saving that made a big difference. So we'll do that. We'll do that. The most haunted hotel and doesn't have, the greatest internet. So you don't need to see me. You know who I am. Somehow we've always known
You're
that
taking
Jesus
over
is
the
feminine.
Wi-Fi. Oh.
And if we look at John chapter 10, verse number 30, it says, and I owe Colleen a lot of this. Colleen sent me a long email. I and the Father are one. I and the Father are one. Jesus said this. And of course, I have to address these people that say, well, you don't even believe the Bible, Jeff. Why do you use the Bible? Well, I use the Bible because you believe the Bible. And I use the Bible to show you that your Bible tells you things that should make you not even be Christian anymore. Your Bible tells you that Christianity is a fear and guilt, blood magic, tribal-based, mind control virus that has been slipped into you like a Trojan horse.
Big shots.
I and the Father are one. Let's go to John 10:30. Let's go to John 10:30.
John 10:30.
Showing that. Is it still showing that if I go? I'm gonna have to go back here and look for a second. See if it flips over to John 10:30, or do I have to actually change it physically? I think I've got to change it physically. So let me do that. I'll stop sharing this, and then I'll go to share John chapter 10, verse 30, and we'll do it. We'll do it a little bit painstakingly, but you have to see this stuff, because it is just amazing what we're going to show you. It is literally mind blowing, folks. Mind blowing. Okay, so we're going to go to John 10:30. Now we're on Genesis. We'll be back here. We're going to go to John chapter 10, verse 30. And I want you to just see what this says, because it says, I and the Father are one. And again, I come back to you just read the Bible, and most of you don't even just read it. But if you read the Bible by looking at the original text as we do, then you're like, wow. Because look at this, John chapter 10, verse number 30. And it's interesting because you see the my there, how it's italicized. That doesn't mean that it is more important. That means that that's a word that the translators are actually admitting they added. So if we go to this, we'll see, come on, if we go to this, all right, we see I and Father are one. This
Sounds
word
very
thus
similar
not supposed to be
to
there,
Star
but
Wars.
are
I
one.
am
What
the
does this
Father.
mean? One. One means one.
One means one.
Interesting. One means we are alike, we are common. One means that we are one in opposed to many. I mean, it's actually saying they're one as opposed to many, right? And then it says they are one as opposed to a division of parts. So this Trinity thing that says Father, Son, and Holy Spirit doesn't line up with what the text says. The text says they are one as opposed to being a division into parts. So it really means they're one. They are one universal singularity. They are one. And the ramifications of that are pretty amazing. They're one. They're not a trinity.
The disciples
They
probably
are
rammed
one,
him real good if he was
as
a
in
woman.
one
Oh yeah.
entity. Now what does that leave us with?
Little girl
I and the
man.
Father are one. Am I still showing this? I can't
Nope,
really tell.
he's not.
No, I'm not. This is a little bit difficult to do it this way, but we gotta do it, and we will get through it. Don't worry, because I gotta go back and forth and share these things with you. I gotta make sure I'm sharing.
Oh yeah.
And I am. Sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen.
Sharing is caring.
You know that.
One little
as
threesome
opposed
action
to many.
sharing.
One as opposed to divided into parts. And we also saw down there alone.
Sometimes sharing is not caring. Hey,
this
Christy.
is what the Greek word heis means. I and the Father are one as opposed to many. We are one as opposed to being divided into parts. We are one and the same. And then John 1, 1 and 2, you should know these. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. In the beginning. In the beginning. This unmistakably relates to Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1 is where the Elohim, we've always said the Elohim created us. Genesis 1 creation. The Elohim are in Genesis 1. The Elohim are male and female. Now Yahweh, the Father, was obviously the male part of that. So if Jesus was there in the beginning, and Genesis 1 is the beginning, and God said, and the gods were male and female, Yahweh was obviously male. Who then was the female?
Who was the female?
Well, who was with Yahweh in the beginning?
Maybe some of the disciples were female.
Was with God.
A lot of Hermes.
Was God.
Maybe. Who knows?
The same was in the beginning with God. Wow. Now we've got some difficulties. Let's look at John 1, 1 and 2 for just a minute because, wow, this is like, are you kidding me? Let's look at John 1, 1 and 2 for a minute because this is like, are you kidding me? I'm actually ruining even some of your days today.
No, not ruining mine at all, JD.
John chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. John 1, and we'll go to King James, bless God. In the beginning was the Word.
Don't be less.
And it's interesting because we're going to go to this later. The word means logos. And wait till I give you the definition of logos. But in the beginning was the Word. Everybody knows that was Jesus, right? But he was there, right? He was the Word. He was existing. He was there. And he was there, what? He was there with God. He was in the local proximity. He was hanging out there with God. He was right there with God. Didn't say he was God. He was right there with God. But Jeff, it says he was God. I want you to watch how tricky they are. Watch this. With
Tricky Dicky.
pros, right? He was with God. And then it says the word was God. Emai. Existed. So he was right there in the very beginning with God. Right? It says it. He was there in the beginning with God. And by being with God, God is, as we've seen, male and female.
Yeah, we're live, Steve. Yeah,
so
we're live.
It was Jesus and the Father in the male.
We're live, buddy.
The female.
Can't see. Yup.
Proverbs 8:22 says, "The Lord possessed me in the
And he
beginning of
goes
his
back
way
on at
before his works
12:30
of
my
old."
time.
That means that
For
he was the
Haunted edition.
I guess we got to show you what that means. The
So I have
Lord
lots of time to
possessed
get
me
this
in the
done.
beginning of his way before his works of old. Sorry, but I got to show it to you. I can't just leave it. I can't just say, "Oh, I'm just going to tell you."
You know, you're a shower, not a grower. You dirty son of a beep.
So I'll pull up Proverbs. What was it? 8:22.
I like to pull something up.
Pull up Proverbs 8:22, and then I'll show
That's
it to
not
you
Proverbs.
so you can see exactly what it's saying. Because this is actually unindoctrinating us. This is actually changing. This is actually changing our understanding of what we think happened. Of what we think happened. So let me go back here. It's Proverbs 8:22. And we're going to go ahead and switch over to that and show it to you. Boy, this is kind of a little bit laborious, isn't it? But wow, you got to learn this. 8:22. 8:22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way before his works of old. What does this mean in plain English? The Lord created me. See? It means to acquire, to get. Now that doesn't necessarily mean create.
DAGR.
It means to acquire, to get. Now we start a whole new thing. Because remember, so many times in the scriptures it says he went out to get a wife. He went out to acquire a wife. And this says at the beginning that the Lord acquired Jesus, much as many people in the Bible have acquired wives.
Wonder what they traded. How many
Boy,
goats? How many sheep? How many cows? Who knows?
When you actually start reading the Bible,
lots of big trades going on.
But he went out to get him, and it just befalls me. He didn't create you. That's not what the word means. It means to get, to acquire. It means to acquire, to get, to gain, to possess. It doesn't mean to create. So he didn't create him at the beginning. He acquired me as his first, as his chief course. his chief journey, his chief
main course.
He got me first before he started on his journey. Oh man, it sounds like Jesus is the wife. Before
Jesus takes it like a champ.
Before
assume the position, Jesus.
Works, before he started making things. He acquired Jesus before he started making things. What in the hell does that mean? What in the hell does that mean? He acquired Jesus before he started making things. Well, we remember, oh man, this is just going to get so deep so quick.
He
acquired Jesus
balls deep in Jesus.
And the same was in the beginning with God. All things that were made by him, speaking of God, without him, Jesus wasn't anything made. Because remember, he possessed him first in the days of old before he did his works. Wow. Wow. And then we go to John 1:14, and the Word, which is Jesus, was
Secession
made
camp for
flesh and dwelt
sons of
among us,
Confederate
and
soldiers.
we
Oh,
beheld his glory,
definitely
the
go check
glory
it
as
out. Thanks,
of
Steve.
the one gotten by the Father. And then we read in 1 Corinthians 11:7, the woman is the glory of the man.
Is she in the glory hole?
If the
Oh,
woman
is
is the
that the
glory
original
of the
glory
man,
hole?
and Jesus is the
Jesus
glory of the
was in the
Father, and he went out and
glory
acquired him,
hole.
and they were male and female in the beginning, and the Lord was obviously the male.
He had a pretty
Who's
mouth.
the female? Maybe there's a reason why these painters present Jesus as so feminine. Because remember, Genesis 1:27, God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Oh, wait a minute, him? Oh, wait a second, what do we do with this? Let's save that one for a minute. But remember, this is Elohim. Male and female created man in male and female's image. In the image of Elohim created he him. That's problematic. We have to look at him. Male and female created he them. So if it's male and female, create male and
Pronouns
female.
he used.
Makes sense. But who's the male? We know
Jesus'
the male
character
is
used
Yahweh.
the
Who's
pronouns
the female?
originally. They were
Remember,
telling us about
Proverbs
pronouns
told us,
even way back
the
when.
Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, ever the earth was, before they started making stuff. When he started preparing the heavens, I was there. Who was there? Jesus was there. Then I was by him. I was with him.
Pre-kebab
In the
version.
beginning, the Word was with God. I was his delight. Wow. Afternoon delight. Oh boy. Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna have myself some afternoon delight.
Afternoon
Ooh,
delight.
skyrockets in flight, cousins.
Woo! Skyrockets in flight.
Wow.
Afternoon delight.
Wow. And this is the rest of it because I don't want to pull things out. He who finds me
Jesus will
finds
pull
life.
things out. Oh yeah.
Says this thing that was possessed by Yahweh in the beginning. Whosoever finds me findeth life. John 14:6 says, nobody comes unto the Father but by him. What does John 14:6 actually say? I'm going to quote John 14:6 to you real quick. I don't want to take you through the whole rigmarole here. John 14:6. We haven't even got to my problem yet. We haven't even got to my thing that stretched me. John 14:6 says...
Stretched out Jesus pretty good.
Says, I'm the way,
like
the truth,
Stretch
and the life.
Armstrong.
No man comes unto the Father but by me. No man comes to the Father but by me. Whosoever findeth life has to find it through Jesus to get the favor of the Lord, and Jesus is the glory of the Lord, and he was there in the beginning. And whoever sins against this personage in Proverbs wrongs his soul. All them that hate him love death. And John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, which is Jesus. Whosoever believeth in him shall perish.
Sacrifice. They love sacrificing
death, but have
people.
everlasting life. Find life.
Sacrifice his own son. If that ain't
Because
evil, I don't know what is.
Finds Jesus. Are you following this? Genesis 1:26. Here comes my problem. Jesus is feminine. I think we proved it. Jesus is the man. It's so funny. They got you believing in this Jesus. And Jesus was the first transsexual. He's really feminine, but he comes to earth as a dude that looks like a lady. It's even more ridiculous than we thought it was. But here comes the problem. Here comes
It
the problem.
even gets more ridiculous
In
than
the
that.
image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
The
We got to look at
pronouns.
this so I
That's
can
his
show you the problem.
pronouns.
Genesis 1.
Get it right,
26.
folks.
This caused a growth
Jesus'
moment
character's
in me.
pronouns.
And it's not a
Get
problem
them
for me.
right.
When I see something in the Word, I'm able to change and grow and move beyond it and accept it. I don't know how many of you have that in mind, but let's see. Because watch this. And God said, God, remember? Elohim, God, goddess, and of course goddesses indicate femininity, plural. Well, we know who the plural is. We know who the one God was, Yahweh. We know who the other God was,
Yahweh.
the fabuloso Jesus.
Oh, fabuloso. Fabulous.
Fabuloso Jesus was the feminine part. We proved it to you. God said, let Yahweh and Jesus Fabuloso make man in our image.
Well, they
after
make man
our
all the
likeness,
time.
to rule over
Make
the blah,
love
blah,
to
blah,
a
blah.
man.
So, watch this though. Here's one problem.
That's why the priests in the Catholic Church actually do
So
that
in the
shit. 'Cause
beginning, God
it's accepted.
and
It's written
Jesus
in their
Fabuloso,
script.
they
Man
created
love.
man. They created him. Him. They created him. It's a crazy word. They created him. But watch where it gets even worse, because, and I got to show you this. Remember, look at this word. They created him. Where is it? I got to go back to 27. Here's the problem. Watch this. They created him. ETH.
Him is
Male and
H-I-M,
female
not
created
E-T-H.
them. Oh, well, Jeff, that means them. Problem is, same word.
Just a little dyslexic without the
Same
H.
word. There is no them. There's just a him. It looks like, from the text, that Yahweh and Jesus Fabuloso, the femininity, created a being just like them. Androgyne. There's no them. See? Created him. Him. ETH. Same word. F. Created them. ETH. F. Same word. The Father and
F
Jesus
them.
Fabuloso were an androgyne. Jesus is the feminine essence of God, of the Hebrew God, the Bible God, the Jewish God. We've seen it. And whoever and whatever they created in Genesis 1:27, which until today I guess yesterday I thought was us. This ain't us. How do I know
Definitely
it's
not.
not us? Because Jesus Fabuloso was involved in this creation, was he not? I'm not showing you this, am I?
No, you're not.
I am not showing you this. I gotta go back and show you this. Sorry. It's really not that easy to do what I'm doing here. So I'll show you right here. God created man in his own image. He created him. That's the word, ETH. And then male and female created them, ETH. So what he's saying is he created a male and female androgyne being at the beginning. We used to think this was us. They created us. Genesis 1. We're the Genesis 1s. I taught you that. It appears I was wrong.
Say what?
Because even me,
Jeff
after
was
41
wrong.
years, I'm still looking for something in the Bible to be true.
At least you can admit it.
And here on Halloween night 2022,
Ah,
we find out that none of the Bible is true. There's no real truth in the Bible. None. Zero. Nada. It's just kosher disclosure.
Full
Even
video.
though we thought
Oh,
we
you
were very
got
few
2
things
Halloween
is our
releases,
creation
eh,
by the great
Steve?
Elohim.
I'll have
We
to
love
check
the
those
Elohim.
out. Are any of
Jeff,
them
you love the
long enough
Elohim.
for
I
a
know.
live?
I'm learning. I'm growing. But they created a male and female. That's a one thing.
Or
And it was Jesus
they're just short and
Fabuloso,
sweet.
the girl part of God, and Yahweh, the Father Man part of God, that made this androgyne thing.
Thing is right.
And just to make sure that you know that he really did it, let me show you this too, because we got to confirm, because great things. DAGR, it was exactly his pronouns, him and her.
See,
See,
told
they
ya.
started this nonsense way back then. They have been
Woo.
setting this table since back then.
Even Jeff agrees that was his pronouns.
In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Dude, way back in the day, feminine Jesus, his pronouns were him and them.
Exactly.
Tell me again that they don't script prophecy. See, DAGR, I was ahead of you, but I forgot, so you got me back on track. Jesus
Always
was a
glad to help
girl.
out, GD.
Jesus is a feminine girl entity, feminine essence of the
He,
Hebrew
she,
God. His pronouns are he, him, and them. You can't make this up.
Nope.
But how do we know that those created in Genesis 1:27 were of the limbs? Because John 1:11 says that Jesus Fabuloso came into his own. Jesus said himself, I've come to the Jew first. Genesis chapter 1:27, the creation of the Elohim, it ain't you and me. It's he, him, them. Jesus, the feminine essence, becoming a dude that looks like a lady. And you know, they're showing you, because remember that dude, that last dude they had on that singing show, he looked like a dude, but he had a beard. Jesus, they're telling you. Oh my
I think he meant he looked like a girl that had a beard.
Oh my God.
If he was a dude, he had a beard. So.
This might be the greatest realization I've ever brought to you. And after Jesus
Nothing like
died,
a waste of a hot
he
chick
became
with a
one
beard.
with Yahweh again.
Sad,
John
very
17:5 says, I've glorified you on earth by accomplishing the work you gave me to do. And now, Father, glorify me in your presence with the glory I had with you before the world existed. And remember, Corinthians 11 tells us
glory
the glory
hole, not
of
glorified.
the man is the woman.
Jesus likes the glory hole.
Jesus is saying, give me the glory. I just want my glory back. Will you please give me my glory?
Well, he can give you the glory in the back through the hole.
Jesus and Yahweh are one. They're the same. They're an androgyne. They're a male-female androgyne. And Jesus is the fabuloso, the glory of Yahweh.
No way.
Oh crap! You can't get around it. And let me just wrap this thing up for you. 2 Corinthians 11:2 says.
Wrap it up with a bow,
This is Paul
GD.
talking to the church, talking to the Jews and those that are Jews but say they're not. In other words, the Christians of today.
Synagogue of
They are
Satan.
Jews but they say they're not. I'm jealous for you with a godly jealousy. For I promise you to one husband, to present you as a pure virgin to Christ. You got to look at this and look at this, what it says. What this is saying is, I want you to be a pure virgin just like Jesus. That's why he's making all the Christian men into girls. They're all girly.
I don't think he was an anal virgin, though.
He sounds like he's, you know what?
He got bent over for sure by all the disciples.
He sounds like he is. They all sound gay AF because they aren't being made gay AF. Made gay as G. Gay as Jesus. AJ.
Gay for Jesus.
AJ. Gay as Jesus. Now look at this. 2 Corinthians 11:2. Let me show you how nasty these bitches are.
Those nasty, nasty Chris tards.
Let me go ahead and go here first. 2 Corinthians 11:2. This is like, I'm having so much fun. And I found out I was wrong, but damn, it's so good. Second
Good
Corinthians
to be
11:2.
wrong.
2 Corinthians 11:2. 11. We'll go to King James. I hope I'm right. 2 Corinthians 11:2. Yes, I'm jealous over you with a godly jealousy. And don't you all love a God who's jealous?
Nope.
Dude, I don't even want a girl that's jealous. I've espoused you to one
Exactly.
husband. The father again. Okay, let me go to the father's the dude. I've espoused you to one husband. I want you to be a chaste virgin just like Jesus was a chaste virgin. How many of you hear Jesus right now singing Madonna? Like a virgin. Hey!
Well, Madonna was a dude. Well, is a dude. So if she stopped taking her estrogen, she'd have a nice beard just like JC.
Can't you see Jesus with your heartbeat next to mine?
Oh no, is
crap,
right.
ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
no.
And I'll prove it to you. Of course, I'll prove it to
She's
you.
a dude.
Watch this.
Yeah.
You see how it's all blue? We can go up to interlinear. Boom. Interlinear. I am jealous as to you for God. I have betrothed you. You all want to be the bride. It's not the bride of Christ, it's the bride like Christ. You all want to be the bride, right? It's not the bride of Christ, it's the bride like Christ. I'm fixing to prove it to you.
Always a
You are
bridesmaid,
betrothed.
never a bride, eh,
You are to
Jesus?
one a virgin. I'm a virgin.
Now you know Jesus gave it up right away.
Why do you think they had Madonna sing that song? Because the Jewish God of the Bible is trying to make all of us pagans and heathens into virgins to present. It says too, but look, there's no word. It's just Christ. Because watch, Christo, the flow, the anointing, that's all there is.
Look at my nice
This
flow.
is just
Oh,
going into the
look at
translators.
that.
Look, it's not
Beautiful
there.
flow, eh?
I am trying to get you
The
effeminized
Halloween flow.
so you can be to the Father a virgin, touched for the very first time, pure, to present just like Jesus was. What would Jesus do? Spread his legs and take it.
Woo, spread eagle.
They want you to take it.
Oh yeah. Get him nice
It's
and
not to
spread eagle
Christ.
for me.
It's you're a virgin just like Christ.
Dive right in there.
Oh shit, I didn't show you that. I gotta show you, I'm sorry. Damn, this is hard. This is hard.
That's what she
Especially when
said.
you're all excited like I am.
Well, I am excited because I am hard.
I am
Hard and
jealous.
excited. It comes
Of
together.
God. I've got God's jealousy. Because I'm the guy that's out there looking for acquiring a wife for Isaac. I've betrothed you. I've made you to be the bride. You're going to be the bride of Christ. Isn't it funny that dudes want to be the bride of Christ? They're telling you, dummies. Oh, I'm part of the bride of Christ. You're a dude.
There's a lot of dudes that want to be brides.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Next. Messed up
You've
world.
been betrothed to one husband. That's the Father. And I'm trying to make you a virgin so I can present you like Christ was presented. There's no two. They say two up there, but it's not there. There's no two. It's just you. You are being made into a androgyne chick for the Father to do what they do to girls on the honeymoon.
Oh
Just
yeah.
like they did to Jesus. You really want to be like Jesus? What would
That's
Jesus
way
do?
better than
Take
Pornhub.
the big D.
Ooh, the big D's coming. Dagger, that
That's what
is.
Jesus would
The
do.
meat
He'd
dagger.
take the big D. Somehow you've always known it. Jesus is feminine. And we're watching former great pagan heathen men and women also become feminine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to go here to that. I'm about to show you that, prove to you that because he's a logos, he's a thought form. But we don't even want to go there. We just want to leave it right there. That is just like, are you kidding me? That is a amazing, stunning, deprogram. An amazing deprogram. And DAGR, he gets the flow because he's a woman. Wow, you nailed it, DAGR. DAGR actually nailed it.
I nailed it. Woo!
Can you imagine this, folks? We just showed you. Absolutely, like, wow. I'm going to drop the mic and walk off the stage right now because
Exit stage left, GD.
We'll be back at 11:30.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
We'll be back at 11:30.
That's when the good stuff happens.
And we will have
Hopefully
our
everybody stays up
paranormal
for
Halloween
that.
night extravaganza.
Extravaganza!
Wrap your mind around this. Go call China on the big phone for a couple minutes and get yourself together by 11:30 because, wow, this one was a mind blower. And being a blower and talking about what we talked about is
Blown.
not
Well, you know the Jesus character did some blowing.
All right, folks.
And some sucking. Sucking and blowing.
All right, folks. I'll see you at 11:30.
Be there or be square, cousins. See you later, cousins. Hopefully you stay up.
Age or the
Should be an interesting,
life
hopefully
expectancy
lots
now
and
going
lots of
backwards.
interesting things happen with
And I
all the
think that we
ghosties.
don't intend to have.
When traveling, there's good unexpected and bad unexpected. Like breaking your wrist. When you're ready to travel, apply to get